What is up, everyone? China McCarney here, and I don't know if I'm excited for this video, or nervous, or reflective. What I had to go through to share this video was a little tough, but I'm excited to kind of dive into what does a panic attack feel like, and why is this so relevant today? 2 nights ago, I went to pick up my girlfriend from the airport, Los Angeles airport, LAX. And there was crazy traffic. I've been kind of in a little rut lately, mental health wise, and I experienced one of my top 5 panic attacks on this entire 14-year journey, which I had not experienced one of that magnitude and intensity in probably 8 to 10 years. I was trying to reflect and get the exact moment, but I think 2013 through 15 is when I was experiencing the worst of the panic attacks, and this one was insane. So I want to dive into that. But first, I'm China McCarney, founder of the Athletes Against Anxiety and Depression Foundation and creator of the Daily Mental Health YouTube channel. We've been so fortunate in this first couple months with this channel. Subscribers are growing, the interaction's growing, which we love. Make sure you hit the subscribe, alerts, like, all that stuff, and share it with somebody. We do a YouTube short every single day, 60 seconds or less, with a mental health story or tip. We do a Mental Health Monday, which you're watching now, which is like 8 to 12 minutes every Monday. And then once a month, we do a mental health interview. June's was awesome. It was my dad for Father's Day. And we got real, which was super fun. But today's video, I didn't know I wanted to do this before Friday night. I'm not going to be honest. Today's Sunday when I'm filming this. I wanted to try to paint the most clear picture I can of what a panic attack feels like. Not anxiety. Because I think even if you don't deal with mental illness, you still deal with anxiety, right? You get a little nervous about a presentation, you get a little frustrated and antsy in traffic like normal. So I think everybody at some point in their life can relate to anxiety. Panic attacks, and I had to do research on this. I didn't know about any of this until my first one in 2009. Panic attacks are way different. They're way more intense and they're way more debilitating because you feel as if you have no control. This particular panic attack, I was able to capture. I started to panic. I didn't know what to do. I was in 4 lanes of traffic. There was green lights up ahead at LAX. We were not moving. I was on a bridge. I started to get the claustrophobia, fight or flight. And at that moment, everything goes through your head. Can I leave my car here? Can I jump off the bridge? If I get my car towed, how much would it be? I don't really mind if I pay $1,000, if I can run home, which is like 4 miles from LAX. But one of the things I did in the moment to try to help, which it did not help, but I love that I did it, is I took a video. And I want to cut away from me talking right now to share. It's about a 47 second clip of me recording in the moment what I was going through. You can hear the shakiness in my voice. I'm basically starting to cry. And I just want to share that with you so that you can see me now comfortable. I'm at my home office feeling totally normal, and just so you can see the difference in the same humans.
All right, this is sort of a last resort. I'm in full panic attack mode right now. Picking up my girlfriend from the airport, and it's fucking pandemonium here. I'm stuck. I feel stuck, claustrophobic, fight or flight. My heart's pounding. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. I don't know. I know I can't leave my car here. I'm on a bridge with 4 lanes of just fucking gnarly traffic. Green light, not moving. And maybe a video could help me. I wanted to hop on in the midst of it. Yeah, this is not fun. This is what it's like. And I don't know. I'll post an update.
So, as you can see, when you're in that fight or flight mode, by this point, most people can understand the fight or flight mode. If you've ever been in a fight in school, you've ever been seriously embarrassed, you get that adrenaline, you get that tingly in the back of your neck, you feel as if you're gonna pass out, throw up, whatever it may be. Magnify that by about 1,000. And that's what I was feeling in that moment. My first panic attack in 2009, when I didn't know it was a panic attack, I couldn't drive, I had to get out of my car, and I just walked. And after that video, I looked at where I could go. There was departures, arrivals. I was trying to determine the shortest path. How can I get out of this, right? Because I was supposed to pick up my girlfriend at the Tom Bradley International part of the airport, which is in the very back. And when I pulled up that bridge, there was no way I could make it there. And she is so understanding. I knew she'd be understanding. offered to Uber already, but I thought I like putting myself in situations to face anxiety. I do, but this just happened to be one of those times where the anxiety won. Right after that video, I called my dad, my rock. He's always been the first panic attack I had. I called him. He drove over 2 hours to come get me. And I called him and I just told him it was about 8:30. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. I started almost crying. I said, I'm in 6 lanes of hell. I don't know what to do. And he's like, okay. He's like, can you get anywhere? And I had already started kind of looking to the left, and I got all the way over. I cut people off. They were honking like crazy. I did not care. And I got to P1, which is parking structure 1, the first parking structure inside the airport, which is still 6 terminals away from where I needed to get to for my girlfriend. But I got in there, I parked, and I got out of my car and I just started walking. And just walking around the parking structure, talking to my dad, just trying to calm down. It didn't really work for 20, 30, 40 minutes, texting my girlfriend the whole time, kind of letting her know what was happening. She was like, just let me know what you want me to do. It's completely fine. Thank you for trying. I'm proud of you, all that stuff. I walked for about an hour. She ended up walking from Tom Bradley to Terminal 1, so she got her steps in. I don't know how far that is, but it's not close. Came up the elevator. We saw each other. We still walked for a little bit. We walked over to the side to try to see where the exit of P1 spit us out. It looked like there's this new middle exit that we had gone through once before. And so I decided to try it. We got in my car, got to the right exit, made it home. What's bizarre is I go through the tunnel, the LAX tunnel on Sepulveda Boulevard. If any of you have ever been around here, there's a very famous tunnel. It's not that long, probably quarter mile, half a mile. And we got in that tunnel to come home. It felt like I had never been in that tunnel before. I don't know what was going on with my eyes or my senses, but I was so physically, chemically screwed up that a tunnel I've been in over 1,000 times in the last 8 years, I was like, where am I right now? And we got home, and it took me a while to calm down at home. I don't know. It was debilitating. It was brutal. I'm very competitive. I'm a perfectionist. To experience such an intense panic attack, like I said, one of my most probably top 5 panic attacks that I've ever had, it was very debilitating because I felt like I had come such a long way. When I woke up the next morning, I gave myself permission to say, you have come a long way. Just because you had one panic attack again, like a real hard, I have panic episodes, but that was a full-blown panic attack. Just because you had a panic attack doesn't take away the progress that you've made. But the line I used was, I've never seen an athlete win every game, right? Even the best athletes, Michael Jordan lost games, Kobe Bryant lost games. No athlete wins every time. As humans, we're not going to have a great day every day. I had a podcast forever called The Pursuit of Perfection, and the tagline was, perfection does not exist, but the pursuit of perfection is what gets you to the top. And so I'm still giving myself permission to be frustrated, and I wanted to be there, and I just felt bad for putting my girlfriend through it and putting my dad through it again, but at the same time, that's the importance of an amazing support system, because they don't judge it. It's just like, hey, you got it. It is so difficult to explain what it actually feels like, because I can explain it here for 10 minutes. But imagine feeling like your mind and body is betraying you from the inside out and you have no control. I don't know that there's a worse situation than that. Tingling, heart pounding, not feeling like you can breathe, just all sorts of unpleasant physical sensations, and then you mentally beat yourself up because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so weak. That's just the message. I posted about it on social media, and there are a lot of people going through it because they're like, wow, thank you so much for sharing. But if you haven't experienced it and you've caught yourself judging anything in life, but especially mental illness, just try to be compassionate, because you just don't know what somebody's going through, and you don't know how hard it is unless you've gone through it yourself. And that's helped me reflect on other things that I've for sure judged in the past with people. And I'm trying to get out of that mindset, is if we would just give ourselves permission to assume that everybody is doing the best with what they're going through, we would be so much more compassionate, so much more kind, and I think the world would be a better place. But yeah, that panic attack was brutal. It is 48 hours since, and I'm still dealing with kind of the ramifications of it, feeling down, trying to not ruminate, trying to not feel too down, and trying to give myself permission to just, accept it as a one-off, and I'm not going to win every time. I hope I did at least a little bit of a good job explaining what a panic attack can feel like. That was as unenjoyable of an hour and a half that I've had maybe since 2009, since my first one. It is what it is. I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still going to keep fighting, and I'm still going to continue to try to be the change I wish to see in the world. And that's all we can do, one day at a time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button, hit the alerts, hit the follow, share this with somebody. If you're struggling, we have free therapy at the Athletes Against Anxiety and Depression Foundation. That's where 100% of the funds go for the most part. And if you're not struggling, be compassionate because you just don't know. Keep going, one day at a time. Reach out to me if you need help at China McCarney on all socials. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.